Hello, welcome to this recording. My name is Jean. This is my friend Samuel, and we are super excited to have you today. We want to tell you more about the Wageningen Studio, why we're doing this, what it is, what it's going to look like. So yeah, that's what it is about today. But before we dive into it, let's introduce ourselves. Samuel, do you want to say a few words about yourself?
Yeah. Before I do that, I just want to say that I'm really excited. So you might see me smiling a lot throughout this the time. I'm Samuel Rapolu, for now a friend of Shaw and also a colleague. I work as a startup analyst at Start Life. It's one of the leading startup accelerators for food and agriculture in the world. Most of my days spent talking with founders who want to change the world and who want to produce food in a healthy way. And other than that, I also have a YouTube channel that I haven't posted on for quite some time, but hopefully it changes with the studio where I eat food with people from different parts of the world. Thanks, Shaw. And over
Nice.
to you.
Yes, thanks. We are both excited, right? It's finally happening, so we're really excited. And yeah, just a few words about myself. My name is Jean. I'm also working at SatLife as a program manager, so I'm a colleague of Samuel. We work together every day. My role at StartLife is to run the programs, make sure that we do a good job for the startups, that our programs are relevant for them. We work daily with entrepreneurs in agri-foods, making sure that they making or having the impact that they want to have on our food system. So it's super exciting. I'm also an agribusiness coach in my previous job at ICRA. It's a non-profit, Wageningen based. If you don't know it, have a look. It's called ICRA.global. And we were developing value chains in developing countries. And yeah, I was a agribusiness coach, leadership coach, soft skill coach. And I'm also a food hack ambassador, global communities of food entrepreneurs, food professionals, and we just organize meetups for the community in Wageningen. Maybe you joined one of them before. Samuel, I know you joined a few times. But Samuel, would you like to tell me why the Wageningen Studio? Why are we doing this? What's your own why?
Yes. Yes, I would love to share. And as Jean was saying, for people who don't know about Wageningen, it's a small town in the Netherlands which houses one of the leading universities for food and agriculture, which also means that some of the brightest people, some of the most creative people, some of the most beautiful people who care a lot about food are here. And I like to think that I am one of them. I wanted to share what is happening in this town to the world. So I started a YouTube channel actually. I'm getting to the point where I want to share why the studio. So I started a YouTube channel about talking about food. I started with rice. I started talking with friends from Japan, South Korea, Brazil, India about rice, and I really enjoyed it that I could do this in being in one place. Of course, I also ate a lot of rice during those videos, but somewhere along the line, I struggled a bit with consistency and also community to help me in this pursuit because I think there were a lot of different things that I struggled with, but one of them was to find people to be on videos. It's not the easiest thing, you know. But I realized that is something that others are also struggling with. And I met a lot of people who wanted to do a lot of creative work. I have a friend who's now in Brazil and who also wanted to create a lot of content and was looking for a space like this. And especially now with how and where the world is going, a lot of us were online right now. Basically, these videos that we can create, it's beautiful. It couldn't have been done 200 years ago. So we've seen a new way of communicating online, but at the same time we've realized it's not very fulfilling to communicate only online. And that's something that I also see with community based creative agencies that are starting now in social media, that is a mix of online and offline basically. I personally see that the digital space and the physical space are the future of creatively building businesses and doing whatever you want that will lead to a change in the world. And that's why for me, it's a mix of the need to have like-minded people who are also interested in building something, and also creating a space where someone else can feel the same way was the reason I wanted Wageningen Studio. At least this is the case for me. So I'm going to ask Jean what is his reason for the studio.
Yeah, is some. This is our time, right? And it's great that you describe a little bit about Wageningen, that you describe the city and what we're doing here, because I think that's very central to the project, right? But yeah, my why is very similar to yours, Samuel. And maybe you can share a little bit more about your job search experience and the power of community afterward. But yeah, when I graduated quite some time ago already, about 12 years ago, I struggled a lot, like personally, like finding my purpose, entering the professional life. And I spent a lot of time alone. And even though after a while I finally found my purpose, I was alone in my purpose. And there's this quote on our landing page for the studio. It says, "Isolation is a dream killer." It's from Baba Sher. And yeah, it's very true. If you're alone, it's really hard to do whatever you want to do. So I realized that in my career, and now we are both in this ecosystem in Wageningen. We work every day with entrepreneurs. We have delegations coming from all around the globe. The first thing I tell them is the success of this ecosystem is the ecosystem itself and all the stakeholders in this ecosystem, the academics, the corporate, the startups, the investors. Not being alone is key to everything you want to do. Like if you have a business, you need customers, you need partners, you need suppliers. If you are creators, you need skills from other people that can help you with your project. So that's very much the goal of this community, not being alone. Because from my struggle to today, I really realized that every one of us has a mission and a message to share to the world out there. And you have one, I have one, and I think we both realize that we need help with that. Even though we are super motivated, super excited, super connected, we need help as well. So yeah, that's the reason we create this community, for you not to be alone and to share your message to the world, because the world needs you.
Yes, I totally agree,
Do,
Jean.
you have a great example, Samuel. Do you want to share it? To share about it,
Yeah,
your job search?
yeah. It feels like I'm going 2 years back into my life, but it, to set the stage, this was the time when I finished my master in Wageningen as an international student. I'm in a place where, well, I have friends, but this is a new country for me. I don't know anyone here. I don't have who can advise me about what is the best way to look for jobs. And I knew I had to do something different because during my master, I did a combination of, let's say, research work, but also communication. And I knew I wanted to find something that had a mix of those. And I knew I had to bring myself out into the community because there are opportunities out there, and there are people really looking for people like me. Basically, it's about being in the right place at the right time. And for that to happen, I had to somehow show myself to the world. And I watched this YouTube video, actually, Shaw, about, I think it was 100 days of rejection. So there was this guy, it's a TED talk, who went out and did things that definitely is going to get rejected. One of them was he went to a grocery store and he took bread and he said, "Can I take this for free?" Of course, that is not going to happen. But that really led him to make a lot of interesting connections. And in some cases where he did not think he would get rejected, well, he, in some cases where he thought he would be rejected, he did not get rejected, actually. So I also wanted to do a version of it. So I went online to LinkedIn and I started, I think, out of the, just on one day, I just said, day one, searching for a job. I shared what I did that day, what I learned, and how I was feeling. And I put a picture of myself. I looked very different back then. I had way more hair on my head, I think so. And that's what I did consistently. I did it day 2, day 3, day 4. What I saw is there are people out there who wanted to help me. Even if they didn't have a job for me, they wanted to talk with me, they wanted to help me, connect me. And eventually that led to talking with someone from Start Life, Laura, actually, who then included me in this job selection process. And I made it through. And now, yeah, I've been with Shaw for 2 years already. It's a beautiful story that shows the power of being in a community of people. You don't know what is going to happen. You cannot even imagine. That's what I would say. Yeah.
It shows perfectly the power of community and the power of showing up, right? Every day, every single day. Maybe it's an idea to promote the studio day one of the Wageningen Studio. And
That's the idea. When people come together, ideas come through like this. Super cool idea though. Yeah.
these discussions is something we want to develop more, right? And every day, every time on the new topics. And we have a lot to share, a lot of experience to share. And we know that people out there also have a lot of things to share. So but maybe let's go into something more concrete and explain to the people out there what do we want to do. Do you want to start, Sam, and then I can just add to it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I will keep it very short. We've been talking a lot about the studio, but what exactly is
Yeah,
is the studio? We also mentioned, we work with startups, and we realize that anytime value is created by creating solutions to existing problems or gaps in society, and that's the gap we want to address. Community where content creators and people who want to be change makers can come together. Our dream is that the studio, Wageningen Studio, will be known to be a place for creativity, content creation, and value creation for the world. But I'm curious to hear what else you think the studio is about.
yeah. All we want to do is to create a safe space, a supporting space, a community space for people to get together, feel less alone in their projects, in their dreams, because yeah, we need each other's, right? It's all about showing up and not being alone, and how do you say, grasp other people's keys, and yeah, to share your message. So we truly believe you have a message to share, and maybe you've had this message for many years, but you couldn't get it out there because showing up is hard, right? Especially when you're alone. So concretely, what we want to do is to welcome you 2 hours every Friday afternoon on the campus of Wageningen University. We are in this building plus Ultra 2. That's a bit the center stage of the ecosystem, at least for the startups. Just come, just show up, 2 hours, tell us what you need, tell us how we can help you. We are also building a Notion page where we list all the members, what kind of skills you can share, and what do you need from others as well. And that's what we do at Start Life, right? So some understanding what are the needs and the resources available out there and connect the dots. So it's really the more connected we are, the stronger we are together. So safe space to grow, 2 hours a week, Notion page, and who knows what we're going to build in the future, right? We have many ideas already, some like maybe
Yeah.
pitching sessions, inviting guests, entrepreneurs. Everything is possible. So we need you to share your ideas and come build this project with us. It's not me and Samuel. It's really about
Yes.
what you need, right, Sam?
Yes, I totally agree. It's something that we're looking to build together, and we're looking for people who have a dream, a message to share, who want to be makers, who want to be creatives, who want to find a place where they maybe it's just to play guitar, but they can consistently play the guitar. So it's a place that we want to build, and we're looking for people to to be part of this.
Exactly. So conclusion, if you have a dream, a project, a message to share out there, don't stay alone. Join me and Samuel in this studio. It's called the Wageningen Studio. We need you to build it and we need you to share your message out there. And yeah, you're welcome to join. Anything to add, Sam?
No, just looking forward to it. That's it. Looking forward to hanging out together, whether it's online or offline, everywhere. Looking forward to it. So, yeah, that's it from me.
Perfect. Thanks, Samuel. Just reach out. We need you. Bye bye.
Bye. See you soon.